Sleeping Beauty. In a certain kingdom, in a certain state. Once upon a time there was a king and a queen, and for a long time they had no children. But at last a beautiful daughter was born to them. On this occasion, the king threw a lavish feast and invited all the fairies of the kingdom to each give the princess their magical gifts. 7 fairies arrived at the christening, each with a beautiful gift. I grant you a keen mind and inquisitiveness, so that you not only read books, but understand the world, can reason and find truth where others see only shadows. I give you a good heart and compassion so that you may be able to see the pain of others, help the weak, and find joy in caring for your neighbors. I give you a voice that will ring out loud and clear so that you can inspire, persuade, and sing with words so that people swoon with admiration. I give you courage to fear neither storms, nor darkness, nor the words of men. May your spirit be strong and your heart fearless. I give you the ability to labor, not out of fear, but out of love, so that your hands may create beauty and your soul may find joy in the work. I grant you the ability to adapt to any change, so that you will not be broken by the cold winds of adversity, the heat of passion, or the currents of time. When the 6th fairy finished her blessing, the candles in the hall suddenly went out, the doors opened by themselves, and an evil fairy appeared on the threshold. You forgot to invite me, and I have a present for you. My sisters gave good gifts. I'm giving her something special. I'll give her the inevitability of a mistake. She will not be 16 years old when she pricks herself with a rose and falls asleep forever. With these words, she released the white butterfly from her hands. And she was swept away in a piercing cold whirlwind, leaving complete silence in the hall. But the youngest fairy invited didn't have time to present her gift to the princess. I give you the strength to rise from your falls, to awaken from long slumber, and to find light and hope in each new day. The king and queen that evening swore that not a single rose would grow in the kingdom to protect the princess from the terrible curse. The princess grew up, became more and more beautiful and clever. From the very childhood she was told about the gift of the wicked witch and the danger of the flower. Only the princess had never met this flower, but she knew it had thorns that could prick her. Soon the princess was transformed into a beautiful young girl. A few days before her birthday, the princess woke up at dawn, went for a walk in the garden and wandered into the remotest part of. There she saw a flower of extraordinary beauty such as she had never seen before. It had thorns on it. She grabbed the thorny stem with the hem of her dress and plucked the flower. The princess carefully brought the flower and put it in a vase. She looked at the beautiful rose and thought that there was no curse. The birthday came. Soon the king came to be the first to wish his daughter a happy birthday. As he hugged his daughter, he saw a rose on the table. The king told the princess that he was taking the rose away. It was dangerous for her. The princess tried to explain to her father that this was not true, and in a fit of desperation snatched the rose out of her father's hands. And the thorn touched the princess's hand. Immediately she fell unconscious and fell into a sound sleep. The holiday never happened in the kingdom. The guests left, and the king and queen, like all the people in the kingdom, went to bed in their beds and fell asleep forever. Years passed. Legends of the Sleeping Beauty turned into tales, tales into whispers, and then into silence. One day the prince, inspired by a story told by his grandmother as a child, found the castle and made his way through an impenetrable thicket of roses. Passing street after street, he found sleeping animals, and when he entered dwellings, he saw sleeping people. The prince knew the legend well and searched everywhere for the princess, going into all the rooms. When the prince found the princess in the enchanted palace, he looked at her for a long time. She was beautiful. According to legend, he had to kiss her. And he kissed her, but she didn't wake up. He couldn't just leave, so he started talking to her. He told her about the people who had learned to fly, about the stars that were so huge, and he fell silent, lost hope. The prince was about to leave, but the princess opened her eyes and asked, "What's next? I think you woke me up." And the prince said, "No, you woke yourself up." They talked and talked and talked, and they felt good together as if they had known each other all their lives. The prince plucked a rose, gave it to the princess and said, "When I saw you, my heart immediately became yours. Agree to be my wife, beautiful one." After a century's sleep, everyone in the kingdom woke up and had a feast for 3 wonderful occasions. They celebrated the breaking of the curse, the princess's birthday, and her engagement. And they lived not happily ever after, but in different ways with adventures, mistakes, discoveries, and joy. After all, the real awakening is not a kiss, but a desire to live.